I probably go about it slightly different than the way I did it in these days, because I think it's a slightly more technical task than it was back then. I would get myself some kind of an education, whether it's reading a book by Don Passman or going to some course, just getting involved so you've got some basic knowledge of where you want to steer your client, so you don't make mistakes on that path. And then it's just finding the right client, someone that you believe in, both artistically and personally, and then dedicating yourself to pushing that career forward. And then it's very basic things. I mean, how do you get them exposed? How do you get people to know about them? Mm-hmm. Well, if you were me way back when, guess what? You went outside with a staple gun, with a bunch of posters. It's that basic. It's that street. I mean, people tend to think that when you have a company with a lot of people, that you landed there from Mars with 100 people working for you, and isn't that great? Not at all. I was no different than the next guy. I had a band. I had to rent a hall. I basically went everywhere and put up posters. People showed up. They liked the band. You spread the word. You get to every outlet, whether it's newspaper, internet, of course, right now, street, whatever. You just keep blasting that name. And when that artist performs somewhere, you do everything within your power to get as many people into that venue as humanly possible. You start with that.
How do you find talent in the first place?
If you're new, mm-hmm. You just get out there. You hear about my son will be playing a battle of the bands on the 26th of this month. He's 15. There'll be 7 acts there. I mean, that's where you start. You just get out there and see who you like. But I would defy you to find any 18-year-old kid right now or 19-year-old kid who doesn't know someone who's in a band. It's not going to. If that's the case, that kid should carry on with that career in science.
How do you recognize talent now?
How do I recognize it? There's 2 things. It either has to be a voice or a level of musicianship that is so far beyond anything I've heard up to this point, or it has to be a message in that lyric and in that music that's going to move you, or you feel is going to change something. And if it's one of those 2 things, or preferably both, then you've got some talent.